world who thought this was a good idea, I want them fired. Hello everybody and welcome back to my little corner of the universe. For those of you new around here, hi, my name is Lexi. It is so great to meet you. If you would, please hit the subscribe button down below. There is a new video up on this channel every Sunday, and on the Sundays that I'm not the one uploading, my sister Erica is the one uploading, so you can go ahead and check out her side of the channel as well. Today, seeing as school is unfortunately starting very soon, I thought I would share with you guys some of my school hacks and tips and things. They're not really DIY centric stuff, they're just things you can do to make school a lot easier, which is always something that I need. So let's get started. The first tip I have for you guys is to make sure that all of your school supplies excite you in some way. I like to make all of my school supplies really bright and patterned and just very pretty in general, because the composition notebook style and the patterns that you can get them in and everything, and some of them are very cheap if you get them at like Walmart or something. They're very affordable, and it just it's something nice to add to a class you may not like, and it's always super, it really gives you an insight as to your personality and the people sitting around you, what notebooks they pull out. Because I'm always whipping out these very patterned, over-the-top notebooks, and other people just have like a simple spiral-bound notebook, and that's fine. Whatever makes you happy, basically. Next thing I have is to have a planner or a bullet journal or something where you can write down all of your assignments and the things you have to do. I don't always keep up with planners and my bullet journal and everything like that. I don't always fill them out. I forget about them, but when I do, it is the biggest help, and it is a lot better to be reminded of something every once in a while when you write it down than not at all, because you've just never done it. My next tip is to keep sticky notes and little tabs from Post-it or whatever brand you want, that just keep them around you at all time. I like to put the tabs on my notebooks to separate between chapters. I think that's very helpful. And I use the actual sturdy tabs for my bullet journal to separate between months. Another thing that is very helpful, and sometimes you can't always do this, but whenever you can, it is the biggest help, and that is studying a little bit over a long period of time versus cramming. It is always better to do like a chapter and a few math assignments one night and then the rest the next, than to try to cram it all in one night. But sometimes I know, like in high school, you have math the next day and you have to finish the entire problem set, but whenever you can, it is a lot better to break it apart between a couple of days than do it all at once. Speaking of studying, I have a memorization tip for you. Now, if you do this for every single thing that you have to memorize, it is going to take you forever, but you can. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. But this is more targeted towards the note cards that you have trouble memorizing. You know, the ones that you just like are freaking out about because you cannot get them down. What you have to do is read it 10 times, say it out loud 10 times, and you can't combine those. You cannot read and read it out loud. Just read it 10 times, say it aloud 10 times, and then write it twice. And once again, if you do this with everything, you're going to be going through so much paper. Write it, don't type it, and it's just going to take so much time. But if you have some things that you absolutely need to memorize, or that you are having some trouble remembering, those definitely help. Another thing that helps is, I know some people don't like wearing perfume, or if you do, you have a very specific scent you like. But I always wear my Peppermint body spray when I go to school, and that is because peppermint actually stimulates your brain, and so you might smell a little bit like a grandma, because I found out that a lot of people's grandmas smell like peppermint. They told me that. They didn't, well, I wasn't smelling people's grandmas. But yeah, it stimulates your brain and it helps you learn better. if you are still having a little bit of trouble even after drowning yourself in peppermint, please don't drown yourself in peppermint. It gets very overwhelming. Latercom is very helpful if you get stuck on a math problem or it's an equation or something, you don't know how to figure it out and you can't find it anywhere online. Latercom will show you, it has like every textbook ever. It'll show you how they solved it and how they got there, so it has all the work on it and it will help you figure it out, how to do it, what you did wrong maybe, or you could just be a total slacker. But I don't recommend that because that will not help you during tests. Sorry. And since that is a website to help you with your math problems, I thought I would give you a tip on your English assignments. If you are allowed to pick a topic for an argumentative essay, pick something that you're very passionate about. A lot of people try, or at least I used to try to pick topics that I was interested in but didn't really know a lot about so I could educate myself, you know. But it's a lot easier if you pick something that you're passionate about, whether you're very against it or just so for it. That way you can literally rant. Your paper will be ranting and you're getting more argumentative points when you're researching, and it's a lot easier to write 16 paragraphs than if you were trying to figure it out yourself, basically. But don't be biased. Don't write a biased paper, you know. Have a counter argument. It might not be fun to write, but have it there. And while you're writing, I've done this so many times, if you've written down a quote for a book that you had to read in school, or maybe you're cheating a little bit and you Googled Lord of the Flies quotes and you found one that just works with your paper so well, or maybe you were looking for a quote and you don't remember where it was in the book and so you Googled it and you found it, but you need to cite it, so you need the page number. Google Books, if you type the quote into that, it will show you the page number that the quote is on. Now, this might not work perfectly for you because sometimes they're on different pages, like the books are printed in different sizes or whatever, but it is very helpful nonetheless. I'm gonna cycle back to notebooks really quick here, but alongside with having notebooks that make you happy, and it sounds weird, if you have never found a notebook that you love, then you won't understand notebooks that make you happy, but you know, just do it. Have a notebook for everything. Have a notebook for each class. Those multiple subject notebooks, no, that won't do. It gets messy, it gets annoying, and it may be convenient in terms of carrying stuff around, but if you have to flow over, you open to the wrong page, or you're ripping pages out of one side so it's not equal page, it's just messy. Have an individual notebook for every subject. And if you need a notebook for a planner, have a notebook for a planner. Have notebooks for different things. Don't cram different subjects or different items into the same notebooks. You might not completely fill a notebook out one year, but you can roll it over to the next if it's the same subject perhaps, but subject notebooks tend to fill up pretty quickly. But basically, don't make stuff together. It gets messy. It makes it so hard when you're studying or trying to find stuff. Just last tip is my favorite tip. So I do have a job, but a lot of times maybe you're in high school and you're a little bit younger, so freshman, sophomore kind of age, and you can't get a job, or you're in college and you just don't have time. There are two websites that I use along on the side that are really, really easy ways to make money. You can literally do them while you're watching Netflix. Like, that's what I do. It's probably a total waste of internet, but it is so helpful. And the first one is Swag Bucks. In that one, you can take surveys, but it's a little bit difficult because some of the more important surveys, you have to meet the qualifications to take that survey. Not important, but the ones that will make you more money faster, basically. And this site is also very cool because you can actually donate some of the money you make to different charities and things, which I really, really like. And you can also watch some videos. Videos are a little bit different in the sense that you have to watch like 16 of them to get $3, and you need like 2,200 bucks to get $20, but it's nice because you can just have the videos literally running on a different tab and you can be doing whatever you want. And the next one is user testing. This one is a little bit more time consuming, but you get a little bit more of a payoff on there, and you basically go onto websites that they tell you to go onto and you test them. So you're told, you know, try to make an account. Nothing you have to pay for, don't worry. Try to log in, find this, search through the search bar, and then you're leaving reviews. So basically you're testing websites for people so they know how easy it is to navigate it. And it's very, very easy. Those are all of my little hacks for the upcoming school year. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I hope you can take something away from this. Just a lot of hope. I hope you get all A's. You're welcome. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it or something, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!